All right, so like I said on Instagram, we've gotten some new projects. So the first one is this 1986 Land Cruiser FJ60. So the reason I've got the hood open is because I wanted to show inside the hood. This is not your normal 2F engine. It's a 13BT 4-cylinder diesel actually, and so when the previous owner was advertising it, he said it needed a new preheating timer and batteries, which I have put both things in, and as soon as those were in, it fired up lickety split. There's no issues at all trying to get that sorted. So, and I'll even establish that here right now. It has a funky little kill switch on the dash here. You can see there's this guy here, and a bit of a pain actually, because it doesn't like, as soon as you turn it, it doesn't like to stay. But make sure it's not in gear. So it smokes a little bit right on startup and a little bit after, but so I think it's going to need some adjustment, but it runs pretty good. So a couple things that I've noticed so far. The previous owner put a ton of gauges all over the place, and I think it's because he did not bother to wire most of them. So I think I'm gonna have to do a lot of work on that to make sure that's working. So I know the tachometer works. I know the speedometer works because I just bear it like it in the distance from the road to the carport. It worked for that, but there's a clock here, fuel gauge. It looks like a temperature gauge. I'm not sure if that's water temperature or if that's like the engine or what's going on for that, but I have not seen that work yet. There's also these temperature or these gauges here, which again, they're not seeming to work. The switch for the wiper motor does not seem to want to shut off. I don't know if it's because I'm using it wrong or not, but it's not wanting to shut off. It just keeps doing its thing there. Bit of a pain, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. But all in all, it's in pretty decent shape. It's got some rust on the back here, and the frame has got some surface rust to it. This rear tire needs to be repaired because the valve stem has a leak on it. Just lets all the air out. That was full when we took it off the trailer, and like we pumped it full to get it off the trailer. And here, I'm gonna shut this off. We pumped it full to get it off the trailer, and now it is pretty much flat. So coming around back, the interior is pretty clean. They actually swapped the original seats for the 80 series leather seats, which is really nice. I'm gonna close this. The hatch on the rear actually stays up, which is huge. My last one did not. So the big rust is gonna be all this stuff along here. So there's some pretty gnarly rust on the body there. Fortunately, they make reproduction parts for all of that. So my major work that's going to be cut out for me is just going to be cleaning up the wiring, making sure that everything's actually working the way they're supposed to be, and then patching and mostly stopping the rust that's on it. But because I'm going to try and make this my daily driver as soon as possible, my big things is making sure the wipers work and making sure the heater works, and then from there just all the indicators and lights and whatnot. So we'll see how that goes, but so far it seems like it'll be a good project. So something I forgot to mention is that this is already sitting on probably about a 2.5, maybe 3-inch lift, and 33-inch tires. So this is already sitting pretty much exactly the size that I was wanting to have it ultimately. So I'm pretty happy about that. So the big thing is going to be getting those current tires replaced and just getting it to getting it kind of white, or getting the rat's nest of wiring figured out and making it actually work. So here's hoping that it all goes well on that. Stay tuned, because as it turns out, this is not all that I got.